What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Legacy Mode action here on College Hoops 2K8 as Coach Carter's Fordham Rams continue to break boundaries here in Season 3's conference tournament. With the trip to the semifinals on the line last episode, Fordham was paired up with George Washington in the second round of our conference tournament, and the Rams took the 20-win Colonials to school. It was a game chock full of highlights and posters. The Rams won in style against the club that swept the regular season series against them, with Preston Murphy continuing his brilliance and superb finish to his senior year. A team captain, he's had some memorable games in his career, but perhaps none as big of a punctuation mark as this one. This was an awesome team win collectively, but Murph stole the show with two of the craziest highlight plays you will ever see on this channel. In the first half in the GWU game, he dunked all over Steph Baptiste, one of the best shot blockers in the country, as you can see to your right here. And then in the second half, Murphy decided to leave starting center Terea Snell in the dust on his backside with a killer crossover to take us home. Whether this series goes 5, 7, 10 years in the future, this GWU game will be remembered for a long time. Our opponent today is also coming off an impressive box score, however. The 13th ranked team in the country, the Temple Owls, they embarrass St. Joe's in the second round and seek their second straight win against your Fordham Rams in just this season alone. This is a rematch of one of the craziest games of the series. Let me flash you back to the final game of year 3 to recap the most recent meeting between Temple and Fordham. After being down as much as 23 points, Fordham on the road defied all odds by storming their way back and coming within one with 21 seconds to go. The Rams tried to trap the ball handler, and somehow Fabian Swanson managed to swipe it away from Eric Sullivan, but overthought the layup and left it short on the break, ruining our chance at a stunning comeback. Coach Carter still seeks his first win against Temple in this series. He's never won against the Owls, but it's all good, it's all okay. Fabian Swanson needs to keep his head up. We're going to need him today. We should know the makeup and DNA of this Temple team very well at this point. They're an excellent offensive club with 6 guys who can put up points and a defense that pretty much plays nothing but zone, and they're a very hard team to decipher on that side of the floor. But keep an eye on Temple guard Adrian Duffy. He's such an important piece to their efficiency on offense, but he's going to be playing hurt tonight. We'll have to see how that impacts his play. And of course, Cordell Johnson still leading this team in points and block shots on the year, and close to being the rebound leader as well. He is a beast, and he could average 20 points on pretty much any other team that didn't spread it out like this team does. And as we jump back into the DCU Center for our third game in as many days, a huge headline has made his appearance. As if enough already wasn't at stake, Fordham has officially been added to the bubble list teams before this game. With 20 wins on the year and an RPI in the top 50, Fordham is on the cusp of their first tournament appearance since joining the A-10 in 1995. We've beaten Charlotte in simulation earlier this season, but you gotta think a win against Charlotte and then a win against Temple today, the two top teams in the A-10, along with 20 plus wins, that's gotta be enough for an at-large bid. Anything else, just a cherry on top. As here we go from Worcester, Massachusetts, the A-10 semifinals are underway. Isaiah Beecham, the 6'9 freshman, wins the tip for Temple. A trip to the A-10 championship is on the line to face either Charlotte or Xavier in the next episode. We'll see if Fordham can continue to play Cinderella here in the postseason tournament. Eric Sullivan, the 2 guard, looking for a teammate. It's tipped around, but somehow still finds its way into the arms of the top scorer on the Temple Owls season, Cordell Johnson. So I hope this season doesn't feel like it's dragging, guys. I'm trying to get these playoff episodes out as quick as I can, as Fabian Swanson, with the previous game in the back of his mind, trying to put that behind him, he scores on the baby hook. But yeah, I know that going game by game kind of takes a while, and the end of season 3, I hope it doesn't feel like it's dragging. I just want to show these games in full. It's not going to be like this every time that we make the postseason tournament, but since it's the first time that we're going deep, I wanted to make it special. How about Higgins on the break? And this is a quick start for Fordham. Fabian Swanson making an impact on both sides as Chance Phelps drives the lane, tied back up at 6 apiece. But Fabian Swanson with the first basket for Fordham on their offensive attack today. And then that block shot, you can tell this kid had this game circled on his calendar for a long time. 12 minutes to go, trying to beat this zone. And now we cut to Murphy going one-on-one with Adrian Duffy at the elbow. He gets two after the nice snatch back cross. Murphy with his first points as he tries to extend his streak to 10 games of at least 17 points. And this awesome end to his senior year has risen his points per game tally to 16.3. He's now top 3 in the conference. Unbelievable production here as Preston Murphy looks to leave his mark on Fordham once and for all. And now here's a missed 3 by Adrian Duffy, the 6-foot junior who leads this team in assists per game and 10 points per game at that. Duffy playing hurt today, but we'll cut back to that in a second. First, we got to highlight Preston Murphy finding pay dirt in the corner, 5 unanswered for Murph. But yeah, Adrian Duffy, 10 points per game average on the year, 3.5 assists. As he is playing hurt tonight with a quad injury. He's such a key cog in this offense as he finds Cordell Johnson there. No good, but it's kicked back out as the offensive rebound is scooped up. This is a team that you do not want to give second looks to at the rim. Over 37% from 3 on the year for Temple. Not the team you want to allow second chance points to, especially from the perimeter. But if Fabian Swanson has one thing on its mind, it's revenge. My boy Fabian, with a quick 7 points after he hits this free throw. He extends the lead to 3 as he's got 7 points, 3 rebounds, and a block shot only minutes into the game. So Temple, 3 points the modern way. Fabian Swanson, 3 points the conventional way. So some pretty big highlights here at the beginning of the game. Now Cordell Johnson, we'll see if he takes over his offense a little bit now. He only had 5 at that point. And 2 of those came off of second chance points. Timeout Fordham as Temple takes the lead. But we'll see if Cordell Johnson takes the keys of this Temple offense sooner rather than later. As Rondell Dunnington checks in, Preston Murphy moves to point guard position. Still no Dustin Black for Fordham. We're not going to see him for the rest of the postseason. As Murphy with the mismatch takes full advantage. Throws up the pump, Beacham too slow to close out. Murphy's got tray ball number 2, 21 apiece. 5 minutes to go in the contest. With the championship game on the line, the 13th ranked team in the country having some trouble with Fordham. Now, Temple's had our number pretty much the entirety of this series as Cordell Johnson drives baseline, and it's Milos Filipovic taking the charge. What a play there, the freshman playing winning basketball. Like I said, Coach Carter still seeks his first win in the series against Temple. With plays like that, it's going to make things a lot easier. Right now, Fordham is working their tail off to stay competitive with the number 13 team in the country. 4:28 left to go here. Beacham with the high post ISO on multiple Rams. What a take there by the 6'10 freshman, a Philly-born kid who averages 1.2 blocks and 7 points on his freshman year. He's got a lot of potential as he's there helping out on the other side of the floor. Kai Hendry has a shot blocked. He really struggled in the previous meeting against Temple. He only shot 2 for 10 the last time we faced the Owls as he tries to turn it around, but now he throws it away to Damon Steele, the backup point guard, as he dishes it to Eric Sullivan, the starting point guard. The 2 guards sharing the floor together and sharing the rock at that. The Queens of New York native Eric Sullivan, a 6'2 sophomore, big 3-pointer there to take the lead. Now Steele is the key man at the point guard spot as Adrian Duffy checks back in for Sullivan with only seconds left to play. Cordell Johnson wants the lead, and now it's 10 points. Looks like the keys of the offense are definitely back in the hands of Cordell Johnson. I called it. 20 seconds left, less than 1 second of a difference between the 2 game clocks. 33-31. Can we tie it up going into the half? Higgins, does he want the ISO? No, there's a mismatch inside. It's Fabian Swanson with the tough interior take on top of that backup point guard. Damian Steele, the help came too late. Fabian Swanson, double digits. He's got a third of the team's points, 11 out of our 33 as we head into halftime. And so far, I am loving this bounce back effort. Last time we played Temple, we were down by 17 at the half. We had to claw our way back. Not this time. We are hanging tough with the 13th ranked team in the country. We've never seen Fordham play like this against Temple, but they're taking care of the rock. They're sharing the ball. and all 12 guys have all hands on deck. But let's leave the spotlight on one individual for a moment, Fabian Swanson, who is dying for a chance at retribution after the way the last meeting with Temple ended. He seized the opportunity today. He's found his chance at retribution, and he's more than making up for that missed layup last time out we faced the Owls. 11 points, 2 boards, a theft and a block. Swanson's revenge game is in full swing, and we gotta keep riding the senior today. If we play through Swanson, continue to protect the ball, outwork Temple, and defend the three-point line a little bit better, the odds will favor the Rams in a very big way. And our Rams haven't been to the big dance since the early 90s. That's what's at stake. A trip to the A-10 championship is on the line today, but even if we don't win it all, a win today could at least show the committee that our Rams are deserving of at least an at-large bid in the tournament. Do our Rams have what it takes to finally beat Temple once for all in this series and perhaps punch our ticket? We'll find out after this. We're back at the action, everybody. 33 apiece, 15 minutes on the clock. The winner of today's game will either face Xavier or the number 2 team in the country, the Charlotte 49ers, in the A-10 tournament final. But a quick hitter is called by Coach Carter for the struggling Kaya Hendry, who's played very well in his first ever postseason as a Fordham Ram, but this game only 1 for 4 in the first round, or first half, and then he only had 2 for 10 shooting last time we played Temple, so he's still trying to find some success against this tough Temple zone. As they go to man on this possession, closed out by Adrian Duffy very well, but this time it's Bennett Pincala on the glass. No good, weak side, it's scooped up. Fabian Swanson! Clearly he's not going anywhere. This is a man on a mission right now. He was dying for a second chance at Temple, and he has done more than the expectation. 41-37, Fabian Swanson continues to play above and beyond. 12:32 left to go, 4-point lead for the Rams, but finally Adrian Duffy gets on the board. It's only his second field goal. Nice pass there by Eric Sullivan, but clearly Duffy, he just hasn't looked like himself today with that quad injury, as Kaya Hendry, he will slice and dice up this tough zone. Hendry with a quick 7 points in the first 3 minutes of the second half. He's had 3 pretty forgettable halves against the Temple Owls this season. 2 for 10 last game, only 1 for 4 in the first half this game, but clearly he's found something that's working. He'll drive again, but this time it's Chance Phelps sending him way back. Pretty embarrassing, but then Kaya Hendry, no hesitation. His confidence was not wavered after that block shot, immediately taking the pass from Murphy and firing that thing right back up there, as he should. He's way too good of a player to let one block shot waver his confidence. And that goes for all you guys out there. Don't stop shooting. And that's exactly what he does on this possession as well. I can't even finish my sentence without Hendry putting up highlight play after highlight play. He's got a quick 13 second half points, and he's the main reason why we find ourselves up by 5 now. 10 to shoot on this possession. Murphy, spin move, up and under move. He's doubled. Kick out to Swanson. Wide open as he gets in on the offensive fun. 17 for Swanson. And a chance to add some more here at the free throw line. Swanson, he hasn't shot as many jumpers here in his senior year, not even close to how many he took in his junior year. That's only his 5th made trade ball on his senior year, but it comes at the most opportune time for sure, as this will extend the lead to 8 points, but Temple goes quick and gets the quick 2 points they need. Sullivan has been their top scorer and their leader today, the underclassman, with 17. 3:40 left to go. 7-point game. Temple can still get some stops, but they need stops now. Swanson to Hendry. He's got all the time in the world after the up fake works to put in 2 more points. Hendry is awesome off the dribble as he displays it once again. We just got to keep trading baskets, and we will come out victorious. However, that's still a little too fast for Coach Carter's liking. Chance Phelps with only his 3rd field goal. Fabian Swanson inside to Bennett Pincala, but we'll reset it here. 7-point lead for Fordham. A trip to the A-10 Conference Championship on the line. An incredible feat here in Coach Carter's only 3rd season at the reins of the program. Under 3 minutes to go. Higgins off the mark. No good, but it's tipped in. Nobody checked out the weak side. Bennett Pinkala with an awesome tip in as he continues to play like a star here in the conference tournaments. In 2 games, he's averaged 12 points, 8 rebounds, 3.5 steals in this tournament. Not nearly as good of a game today as he's had in the first 2 rounds, but still, Pinkala with a huge bucket there to extend it back to 9, and a block shot for the freshman. That's what I'm talking about. This team's working their tail off to stay in the driver's seat. The 13th ranked team in the country on the ropes. Hendry, skip pass, Evo Higgins. He nets it as Bennett Pinkala completely blindsided his man and flattened Adrian Duffy with the screen. He'll then grab the steal, up ahead to Hendry. He'll take us home. Fordham reigns victorious and shocks yet another A-10 blue blood to take us into the next round of the postseason tournaments, punching our ticket to the conference championship game. Who saw this coming? I cannot believe this, man. Coach Carter seemingly overnight turning around this team. We saw flashes in the regular season of future greatness, but here in the postseason when it matters most, it's all come together. All the good moments have all collectively come together as one to deliver awesome performance after awesome performance. 70-60 is your final, with Fabian Swanson having the revenge game of a lifetime. You young ballers need to learn something from my boy Fabian. He could have came out very unconfident and very scared to have the ball in his hands tonight after he missed the layup to win the game last time out against Temple. Yeah, this time, nah, didn't affect him at all. Took the most shots on the team, 18 points, a block shot, 5 rebounds, and he did it from all levels tonight, scoring from all 3 levels. He was a star. I hope you young guys out there who are getting into basketball are taking notes, because that is exactly how you bounce back after bad luck. Kai Hendry was also a star. He had 18 points in the second half alone. The only bad part about this game was Murphy only finished with 13 points, so his 9-game streak of 17 plus gets snapped here, but that is very secondary compared to what we saw today. I was surprised Cordell Johnson still had his, but we limited the damage to him and Eric Sullivan. Duffy really struggled, Isaiah Beecham was up and down, and I didn't hear much from Chance Phelps in this one. Well guys, we somehow continued to storm our way through the conference tournament as Fordham punches their ticket to the conference championship game, a place they've never been in at the A-10 level. In this conference, they've never been in the conference championship game. So Coach Carter is crossing off another accolade there. But before we figure out who we play, I have some amazing news for you guys. In the most recent projected bracket, as we head over to Bracketology, here in the East region, the committee is projecting Fordham at an at-large team, 21-10, the 11th seed in the East region. If this holds, Fordham will clinch their first ever tournament appearance since 1992 and their first ever tournament appearance as a member of the A-10 conference. Of course, uncharted territory continues to be found by Coach Carter. What a run for Fordham. So they may or may not have the at-large bid locked up. We'll see what the committee feels. But to really punch our ticket, we're going to have to go through one of these 2 teams in the conference championship round. The number 2 team in the country, Charlotte, we actually handed them one of their 4 losses on the year in simulating. Or will it be the Xavier Musketeers wanting to play underdog and take a page out of Fordham's book? One of those 2 teams we'll be placing in the next episode. But where I'm going to have my own episode watching that game. If that's all right with you guys, I think that'd be a lot of fun. You guys always seem to like the CPU versus CPU gameplay in these series, so I want to bring that to you guys. The next time you see me on this series, I'm going to have my own side video going deep in that Charlotte versus Xavier game. We'll get some scouting in. We'll see what the teams are made of, and we'll see how to game plan against whoever wins. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing who comes out unscathed between Charlotte and Xavier. That'll be the next video up on the channel, its own separate video, the other semifinal game. I can't wait to bring that to you guys, and can't wait to do a commentary over it. So this is College Sports Revive signing out. Fordham on to the next one. A-10 championship on the way after we find out who wins the Charlotte versus Xavier game in the next video. See you guys then. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night.